Imagine walking down a dark street at night, holding a lantern. The light illuminates your immediate path, helping you navigate safely. But what if, instead of just lighting your own way, you lifted your lantern higher, sharing its glow with those around you? Ramadan is often seen as a deeply personal journey, a time for fasting, prayer, and spiritual self-improvement. But does this focus on personal piety come at the expense of our responsibility toward social justice? Or is it possible that Ramadan is meant to be both a lantern for the self and a beacon for society? The dual purpose of Ramadan. Fasting is not just an individual act of worship. It carries profound social implications. The Quran tells us, "O you who believe, fasting has been prescribed for you as it was prescribed for those before you, so that you may attain taqwa." Taqwa is not merely about personal restraint. It is about a heightened awareness of our duties towards Allah and toward His creation. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ demonstrated this beautifully in his own observance of Ramadan. His fasting was not just an act of self-purification, but also a time of increased generosity and service to others. The Prophet's example. It is reported in Sahih al-Bukhari that the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was the most generous of people, and he was even more generous during Ramadan. Imagine the streets of Medina during this blessed month. The air filled with the scent of breaking fasts, the sounds of families gathering, and the sight of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ personally distributing food to the needy. One of the most remarkable examples of this is the time when a poor man came to the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ asking for food. Instead of just giving him charity and moving on, the Prophet went further. He helped him find work, ensuring long-term stability. This shows us that Ramadan is not just about feeling sympathy for the hungry. It is about actively working to uplift them. Fasting erases social divisions, even if only for a short while. The rich and the poor experience hunger together, creating empathy that should lead to action. But is this happening today? Do we break our fasts with abundant feasts, while our neighbors struggle to find food? Do we focus on increasing our prayers, but ignore the oppression and suffering around us? In an authentic hadith, the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ warned, "He is not a believer whose stomach is full while his neighbor is hungry." Ramadan calls us not only to feel the hunger of others, but to respond to it. It is meant to ignite within us a commitment to social justice, to stand for the oppressed, and to ensure that no one is left behind. One of the greatest examples of balancing personal piety and social justice comes from Umar ibn al-Khattab radiallahu anhu. During a period of famine, Umar radiallahu anhu refused to eat well while his people suffered. He personally carried food on his back, ensuring that every household had something to eat. His leadership in Ramadan was not just about personal devotion, but about embodying the collective responsibility of a just society. Contrast this with today's world, where wealth gaps are widening and injustice prevails. Are we following Umar's example? Or are we content with Ramadan as a personal spiritual retreat, forgetting its call to action? How can we live Ramadan differently? To truly embrace Ramadan's essence, we must integrate both aspects: personal spirituality and social justice. Here are 3 practical ways to do this. Revive the sunnah of generosity. Give not just in charity, but in service. Support initiatives that create long-term impact, such as education and sustainable aid programs. Advocate for justice. Stand against oppression in all forms, whether in our communities or globally. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, "The best jihad is to speak a word of truth to a tyrannical ruler." Make Ramadan a lifestyle, not just a month. Let the habits we develop in Ramadan, compassion, generosity, and justice, continue beyond Eid. Becoming the light-bearers. If we limit Ramadan to personal piety, we miss its full purpose. It is not just about lighting our own path. It is about lifting our lantern high enough to illuminate the darkness around us. As we fast this Ramadan, let us ask ourselves, is my worship benefiting only me, or is it making the world better for others too? Let us follow in the footsteps of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ and the righteous leaders before us, ensuring that Ramadan is a time of both inner purification and outward transformation. This Ramadan, be a lantern, one that not only guides your own soul, but also brings light to those in need.
If you're enjoying our content and want to see more, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like this video. Your support helps us grow and reach more people. Also, if you'd like to help us produce even more frequent and high-quality content, consider contributing to us on Patreon. Every little bit helps, and it means the world to us. So, share with your friends, and let's keep this journey going together. Thanks for all your support.